All right. Guess I'm live. I think you heard me sneeze. I was up way too late last night. Almost almost 11:30, guys. Man, time's getting nuts. All right. What up, Blair? So last night was the big debate. It answered everyone's problems and concerns and really just made the world a better place. I'd like to thank that debate for providing us all of the answers to all of our political questions for the next 4 years. Market's been jumpy and droppy all day. We were up about zero point 0.7. Looks like we came back down hard overnight, coming back down to about even. All right, here we go. Let's go to the top. NIL up 4% today. Wow. All right. That's about the only thing up a decent amount. We got Myrna up 3-3, which isn't too bad. 4.8. All right. Tesla's up a little bit. Starbucks up a little bit. Looking a little better now. We got a few things in the fours. Should I just take Nicola off the actionable list? I think I should just murder it. Money hole play, I love it. That's such a that's so good. Hey, what's up, Ellie? So I mentioned earlier. I think Blad was the only one here. I said last night all of our questions were solved. All the problems were solved. So congratulations, guys. It's pretty clear on the next 4 years. Well, I was sitting in Slack and there's like five people talking. So it felt like five people talking. And I was gonna sit there anyways. I'm like, I'll just do the stream. So I did the stream. Hopefully, I didn't offend. I was trying to make fun of both of them equally, but it's hard to make fun of Biden because he's kind of. It's a little sad actually. The Biden thing's a little sad. Yeah, well, There's a lot to be said. Anytime you have an individual that is brash, there's going to be people that push back, and there's going to be people that love it. So Trump's kind of a easy target in a sense. Not just people in general, I think, Ellie. Just people in general. Biden had a wire on. What are you talking about? They were all mic'd up and nah, I didn't see anything afterwards. I don't think it was hard to watch. I think it's what you expected, to be honest with you. That's pretty much what you expected. I think Trump was a little more mature than I expected, to be honest. Yeah, little bit more mature. He did acknowledge man-made. I did miss your joke. Sorry, Ellie. Um, he talked about man-made climate change, which I thought was interesting. I never heard him say that before. And I got to be honest, I do think that Chris Wallace did a really good job. Like seriously, did a really good job. I think Chris is like, okay, this is my time to really, I mean, he's hosted presidential debates before, but I think he was like, this is my time to really show how neutral I am, even though he's on Fox. But I'll be honest, I don't watch him on Fox News. I got nothing. I mean, I've seen clips where he says this thing or that thing, but not near as much as a lot of the other guys by a long shot. But last night, he was really good. Yeah, Trump's a handful, man. You can tell that dude. People just bow down to him his whole life. He can't stand it when someone disagrees or has a counter argument or a different opinion. But yeah, go Chris Wallace. NIO 6%. 6%. Big update today. What else? NCLH starting to get a little bit frothy. How we doing? We've been handling out. Kind of tried to fall apart a little bit. Really couldn't quite do it. Bouncing back decently. Myrna. I think, yeah, I really do think I'm just going to take Nicola off my watch list. What do you guys think? Because, like, seriously, I mean, we'll hear about it at some point in time if it stops becoming just a complete joke. But I don't know. I don't feel like watching the Titanic on my list. I do think shorting it's a fantastic idea, but not gonna do it. It's not what I do. So Weibo, Alibaba, Alibaba doing great things here, guys. Alibaba. Yeah, I'm gonna kill Nicola then. Yeah, that's haha. I did it in the middle of the fours and only deleted what I wanted to. That's rare, guys. That is rare. SkyWest, I think I'm gonna delete this one too. Actionable list is a little bit big. Bam. Two for two. That luck's not gonna last for long. Pretty soon I'm gonna delete something like NIO and I'm gonna be pissed. All right, NIO 7% now. UAL flat base. No, well the base would start from here. Technically, actually, it would be the start way up here. Let me just get rid of everything. NAO had a huge day yesterday. Exactly, Rob. Exactly. Looks like Tesla's trying to get froggy here too. 427. We'll see what happens with Tesla. But yeah, NIO. I mean, they're piling their money where they see value and growth. Yeah, go electric. Exactly. Foot Locker with a high handle, if you can call it that. Looks like you probably could. Win. You're talking about UAL for a second. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted as usual. So UAL actually, this would just be a massive cup. So you're looking at week one and week 96 over here. So it's just a huge cup is what it is. If it's even that. 41%, 40%, little deep for a cup. So I'm not sure if that would disqualify it. It probably would. We weren't really in a bear market over here in June. So um, yeah, this would just almost be a nothing pattern right now. Hard to trade a nothing. Tesla came back here pretty decently. Anything else to go on? Starbucks, how you doing? You gonna try to bounce back? Starbucks found support at the trend line and trying to recover right there. So arguably, Starbucks in a good position here. I'm not sure it's good for my style, but longer term to stock buyers could be an opportunity right there. Starbucks, good name. What do you mean you don't support it? You just don't go to the store, or you don't like the trade? BLFS yesterday with a big up day. No major volume on it, unfortunately. Both. And there's Tesla. Get into some low volume territory, which is hasn't happened in a while. I think this is forming some type of a symmetrical pattern. My top line obviously isn't quite on it. It looks really weird if you do that. Makes it look awkward. But we're not breaking down. We're actually going sideways. I think in time this is going to go up. It's just there's just not enough distribution here not enough shares. You know what? Let's take a look at FinViz for a moment. I know they just had their split. See, I don't get this insider ownership at 0.1%. That's obviously incorrect with Tesla. Elon owes like 20% of it. I don't get that. Yeah, I don't see Elon anywhere in here. In terms of, oh, there's Elon Musk buying. So 34 million shares is his total. Yeah, so he's got 34 million shares. He's got to have more than that. I thought he owned like 20%. Anyway, his institutional ownership about 50%. So about of 741, that's 350, 370. Insider transactions are down. Hmm. All right, not quite what I was looking for, but just curious. All right. Anyhow, coming down a little bit off its high horse. What else? Let's go to the global watch list. Morning, Ethan. Hold on a second, guys. All right. My cat Copper, if you hear any weird noises, is trying to get outside through the window, which is very entertaining to watch. And he's trying to squeeze his ass through the window. You know what? I could probably show you. Dude, my knees are jacked up. Oh, no, he wants to go outside now. Come on, cops. Get out. Oh, oh, I jacked my knee up, man. I don't even know how. So I was doing this thing that you may have heard of it before. I don't know, depending on how you grew up and stuff like that. This thing called sitting, and my knee just started hurting one day. I don't know. Although I did do something weird the other day. I did. loosely jump off a roof, but that was like the day before. Yeah, that was like the day before the injury popped up. I don't think knee injuries work that way. I don't think they work on a delayed fashion. So my mom has a flat roof above her garage. It's only about 10 feet up, and so I kind of Spider-Man crawled down the wall, and was dangling, from the top. So it was only about 4 feet from the ground, and I dropped down, and nothing. I was fine for like the next 4 or 5 hours. No problems, anything. I've done it a million times before. And then the next day, like my knee just started getting jacked up. Ellie, I saw myself. I saw myself in the man that couldn't retort to Trump with some, I don't know, in my opinion, some very easy potential comebacks. Very, and you've seen him be, even, man, even during this whole of him promoting himself for president, the race, I guess the running for president on various places. I mean, he was pretty fiery. His voice had a lot of dynamics to it, and last night he just couldn't pull it out. It's kind of sad. Kind of sad to see a guy like age before your eyes. Only comebacks you get are the ones you paid for. I don't get that joke either. Oh, they changed something on my screen here. Interesting. Oh, they changed my OBS software. I didn't realize it till just now. That's kind of neat. Hmm. All right, so market's just flat today. I guess a pretty good result out of a weird thing. All right, let's go back to the actionable list. Not much going on here except for Goose. Oh, look at Goose. Look at that, Ellie. You got your Goose jackets back? Well, you're in San Francisco now, so it's not going to be they're probably not going to be the same. I don't know. Is it cold in San Francisco? Support of the 50 on NQ. Um, the um, the indexes and the 50-day moving average have a very interesting relationship. It's not necessarily that. Like you see, it does get respected from time to time here, but there's other times here where it doesn't. So I mean, hopefully we're just getting back above it. You go full screen for a momento. So there's the 50-day. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't call that a bounce back above the 50-day. The volume was lower on the breakup. It looks like just kind of like a consolatory thing. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think we just kind of chop around it for a bit. All right, back to actionable. NAO 4.75 coming down a little bit. Ah, a little more than a little bit. Erasing most of the gains from the early morning run here. Donkey Kong looks like up 1.2. After yesterday had a pretty elevated candle on volume on the way down. Not really broken any trend. Still above the 10-day moving average too. Starbucks 2%. Roku and Foot Locker. Kind of more of the same here today. UAL 4%. It's a little bit more. All right, what's down here? KGKG. Looks like pegging that 2 cent line again and again. May break it at some point. Micron down 5% today. Triple silver. What's up, Ethan? You need help? I I'm not really moving today, bud. What do you need help with? Ethan, you can't talk to me and walk away and leave my door open. Uh, yeah, I'm not moving much today. So my knee first started hurting in the front, and then I figured that out. Then it started hurting on the back, and I have no idea what that's about. Were you born in an elevator? Um, I don't think so. Oh, yeah, in here it's born in a barn. Apparently, you leave doors open in barns or something. I don't know. No, no one's out. I kind of wish that they would explain sayings as you're learning them. Well, you have to remember that. Um, I don't know. Never mind. All right, GBTC, AMD down zero point 0.7. AMD had a good day yesterday. AMD is trying to get up out of this declining wedge thing. All right, almost zero point 0.4 now for the Nasdaq. We're trying to get up. Hmm. Service now. There you go. That's looking pretty decent. Chatting in love and politics with those guys too while I'm looking at these charts. Well, we don't have to, Ellie. I mean, I think yeah. Well, we can talk markets, but there's barely anything going on with the markets too. So we can talk more Tesla. You know, it's funny out of all the time that they've been doing these campaigns and stuff. Um, um, this is the one time we should be talking politics. Is a few weeks before the election. Yeah, yeah. Tesla's consolidating. I actually talked about this just a little bit ago. There's not much to say on Tesla right now. It's just consolidating inside of a volatility funnel, some type of a symmetrical triangle. So still looking good. Still no exit signal. My horrible video from 8:31 still kind of stands. TQs are okay. Yeah, TQs are fine. I think the market's come down enough. I actually took some TQ positions, understanding it's going to be choppy. But look, in my opinion, when you get these TQs down so much, we came down like 30%. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So TQs going up right there. TQs versus the Nasdaq. Well, the TQs kind of are the Nasdaq, JJ. So these triple Qs are a derivative of the QQQ, which is a derivative of the NQ. So it's like a derivative of a derivative, but you get triple leverage on the Nasdaq, which is why it's such a great instrument to to do this intermediate term investing in. Oh, 50. Oh, I just saw the 50-day and stopped reading. As it Yeah, it is not. I think this is a 20-day or something like that. Let me look. I'm not sure what the settings are on that. Yeah, it looks like it's a 20-day moving average on the Bollinger Band. Yeah, see, 20 length 20. So yeah, it's just a 20-day. That's pretty standard for Bollinger Bands. There's nothing fancy about that. Stock Slack. Oh, yeah, I saw your charts last night, JJ. I wasn't picking up what you were putting down. What spike? This one at the end? Right there? I don't know what that. So this is a 30-minute chart, I'm assuming. I'm not sure what. All right, TQ's going for it. 0.69 for the NASDAQ. All right, NIO 5.47, so we were up a little bit more, but off the highs of the day. Foot Locker, Donkey Kong 2 point something, and RH, which has been pretty nice out of that gap fill, at least a partial gap fill. Still looking pretty good. Not a lot of volume, unfortunately. Trade Desk, oh, it's NVIDIA. Oh, okay. We'll look at NVIDIA. 50-day bounce for NVIDIA, tested a 50-day. And then there's Roku. Not too bad. ServiceNow, we already looked at those a little bit ago. EXPI, still keeping my eye on this guy. This is formed away from a high tight flag into just a flat base, which is fine too. Not near as bullish as a high tight flag, but actually, I'm not even sure that qualifies as a flat base. 23% deep, so that would not be a flat base. .75 for the NASDAQ. And NIO looks like pulling down a little more. Foot Locker 3%. There's another test. There's a test of the 50-day for Foot Locker yesterday. Right there. So this could be... volume this morning isn't that great though. Well, here's the NQ. I can bring it up on a 5-minute chart. I'm not sure if it's the exact same chart you have. I'm not even sure what day that spike was on, to be honest with you, but... And I'm not sure if yours includes after hours. This goes back to 8:31. Yeah, so there's... Yeah, if you're referring to the far right of this chart, I'm not sure what that is. The far right of that chart would be over here somewhere. Oh, then it looks like there's a big spike down. Now I see it with this reference, and there it just kind of looks like a... Yeah, I don't know. It could have been a stop hunting. Could have been some type of I don't know if it's futures. They don't do futures don't do having a Biden moment. Ah, it's horrible. Over the counter in the same way that stocks and cryptos do and stuff. All right, NQ. Beyond Meat yesterday looked like it was going to falter a little bit after the nice run up, but it actually stabilized pretty nicely. Volume was pretty heavy. Most of that coming in the morning, which you can argue is buying pressure. Did we see? Looks like there was a big spike in the pre-hour. Gosh, so much headlines around this thing. Beyond Meat to expand Walmart distribution. Oh, that's pretty big. Triple availability of Beyond Burgers from 800 locations to 2.4 thousand plus stores. Wow, that's big. Expanded partnership. That should bode well for the foreseeable future there, you'd think. And I know, still holding up though. That's good. UAL. Not much anything until I get some more additional volume in UAL. I'm probably just going to glance over this thing. All right, Tesla trying to go for something. We're up at the 430s hitting that trend line. Let's see what we're going to do up here. Decent volume this morning. See how this day goes. 0.75 for the NASDAQ. Not bad. They're picking their spots. TQs to all-time highs farther up than Tesla. Well, again, you have to understand what the TQQQs are. They're a derivative of the NASDAQ. So they move 3 times in relation to, so if the NASDAQ moves 1%, these are going to move 3%, which is the reason why it's down so far. It's not a company in the way that Tesla is a business. It's not the same thing. So this thing right now is down 8.66%. Meaning that if we get back to the highs here, it's going to be up 8.85%. Yeah, it does show strength in Tesla, actually, JJ. And this is up 31% on the TQQQs. So you can see a huge difference there. So that 31% right there is pretty good on the TQQQ. Like, that's excellent. But yeah, I mean, I do think Tesla shows strength. Absolutely, I think Tesla shows strength. Question is, are we going to go now or are we going to FUD around for a little bit longer? Yeah, Tesla's great, man. On pretty much all fronts, Tesla's great. It's just consolidating right now. And then if you're looking at a TQQQ trade, that is a more general market play. It's almost like your index fund play, but you're just getting like spectacular returns out of it. So 0.67 for the NASDAQ so far, able to hold up is pretty good. It's funny, during the debate last night, the NASDAQ moved up to 0.7 at its high, slightly above that actually. And then after the debate, it was like negative zero point 0.4. So pretty big swing in the overnight and the futures. But so far able to hold up pretty good. Add to NIO? Well, you could. I don't know about right now. I added a little bit yesterday. Actually, initiated a position which I hadn't had before. I was even late to the game. Kind of annoyed me. I wasn't as quick on the trigger as I should have been. But yeah, you could. You could, but I would wait a little bit right now. See if it's gonna pop down. We had a good run overnight. Let's see what kind of news is up there. Buffett backed BYD says demand for luxury sedans in China. What? How's Buffett backed BYD? I don't understand that. Deutsche Bank praises company's technology. That's scary. Bullish commentary on the stock. NAO could become iconic brand. They have an opportunity. They are a first mover in China, so that's good. Well, this isn't Buffett saying something about NIO. This is one of his companies, I think. But BYD, how does Buffett does not do stuff like I don't understand this. Berkshire Hathaway chairman Warren Buffett backed electric vehicle company said orders for its Honda electric cars crossed 40,000 within 2 months of launch. How is Warren Buffett backed an electric vehicle company? It's like nothing. He's getting crazy in his old age. He's like, screw it. You only live once. Let me actually invest in a growth business. Let me get crazy, guys. Let's get nuts and put some money in a growth company. That's right, YOLO. The dude has $100 billion in Apple. It's his biggest holding by fourfold, which is just ridiculous. Although he did buy a lot of that from before the pandemic and during the pandemic, I think too. Tesla's manufacturers are gearing up with Tesla, not overly concerned about Elon Musk-led company plans to launch a $25,000 electric vehicle. Battery cost decrease will help promote EVs. Yeah, for sure. Rob, you're back in the TQs. All right. All right. It's scary, Rob. It's frightening. Yeah, hopefully, let's go. We're at almost point 0.8 now. I think we're going towards high day over here. Man, the TQs are it's like the best strategy. Well, one of the best strategies I've ever come up with. It's just a really good. It just makes things a little bit easier, doesn't it? You don't feel as pressured to go make exponential returns elsewhere when you got something like the TQ on your side. Really, really good for the retirement soul or just the money making soul. I mean, whatever your goals are, but you know what I'm saying. I like the TQs. I like some 0.85 for the NASDAQ. Tesla up 3%. You better get them on the horn, Ellie. That's a prime. I don't want to say easy money, but that's kind of prime easy money right there with the TQs. IB should have everything. They should. All right, so we'll see with Tesla. How's our volume this morning looking? 12 million on 50 million yesterday. We're about 40 minutes in. Um, Not too bad. Well, it is risky if you really have no idea what you're doing, but even just generally holding the TQQQ, I mean, just does really great. Even if you don't trade it, if you just hold it. They deem it as risky because they don't want people making too much damn money on it. Is what it is. AMD getting back to flat after a pretty good day yesterday. AMD. Yeah, I think we're definitely looks like we're stabilizing out here, which is good. MJ 10.52. How you looking, MJ? Like hot garbage. Just give me my 250 bucks and go away. All right, Donkey Kong stabilizing out today after yesterday. Not bad. Foot Locker win. NIO 7 going back up now. Win or NIO. Shoot. Not bad. NIO. Tesla, Donkey Kong. All right, things looking pretty good here. I'm kind of liking this little leg. Wish we had a little more volume, but that's kind of par for the course with the futures. They tend to rise on kind of less volume, which is a little weird, but There's Amazon. Oh, nope. It moved. Ended up clicking on EPAM. Come on, Amazon. There you go. All right, Amazon. Just underneath that 50-day moving average. Yeah. Not bad, though. Not bad. Hold on a minute. All right. 0.72, we backed away a little bit. Back and forth, back and a little bit like watching the waves come in, the tide come in, minus all the good parts about that. EXPI down 3% now. World's falling apart. Yeah, well, it's milking pretty good, Ellie. So I'm going for it. It's milking good. All right, NIO. We're going to go back up again? Wow. Wow, nice. Nice job, Rob. 150 to 175. That's excellent. Good job. The Foot Locker bounce. Um, I like the fact that it's above its 50 day. It just tested its 50 day yesterday. I think that's pretty good. So I like it. I kind of like it. It's like, yeah, it's, I don't know about a lower risk entry point right now, but um, I tend to move in a little late anyways. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's still pretty good. Have yet to have a larger run. Just to move up on the right side of the cup was good enough. Alibaba with a good day right there. Also bouncing off the 50-day moving average. What are you telling her you're doing good, Rob? And now she's trying to get you to invest for her? That's dangerous, man. That's just fucking dangerous. Oh, 0.93. We've kind of crossed the high for the day, so it looks like we're headed up. At least attempting to. Yeah, don't ever invest other people's money, man. God. Yeah, if you're not used to trading 100K too, that's gonna you want to start with less and build it up. You don't want to start with more. At least with other people's money. It's like, yeah, okay, give me 10K so you don't hate me in case I fuck this up, you know? It's yeah, it's different. I run three accounts right now. They're all mine and it's still a little bit taxing, at least for me. Oh, it's just savings? Yeah, I gotcha. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's so tough. Yeah, I mean, with something like that, I would just do something like a TQQQ, like, and then just pull it in and out as the market ebbs and flows me. But I would just, you need to have a super honest conversation, super honest. Say, hey, look, man, this market could go to shit for 3 years, and I could fuck this up, and if you even plan on doing that. But you're still pretty new yourself, Rob. So that's dangerous. I mean, anyway, if nothing, an index fund, if nothing, an index fund is better than a savings account, and it's pretty. I mean, 100K is a lot to have. You don't want to have 100K in cash. I don't think. I don't think you want to have more than $5,000 in cash, in my opinion. The rest of it should be invested in something. I mean, especially if you're like us and you know a little bit. Or you can do that, Ellie. I'm just some douchebag on YouTube. There you go. Yeah, true, Rob. Yeah, tell her that. Tell her like, just be honest. Just be completely honest. I mean, look, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, they got some money. I don't know how much. I don't know how much, but they got some money. I've never asked them to invest money for them. It's just they do okay on their own. It's like a recipe for disaster. 1% on the Nasdaq. Let's see what happens. Tesla stalled a little bit. How's everybody at NIO doing? 7.5%. So we poked at a new high. Well, just do what you and her feel comfortable doing, but just let her know that that is a large amount of money. Tell her, hey, it's possible to have a 20% loss. How do you feel about that 100 grand becoming 80 real quick? You know, it can happen sometimes before you even realize what's happening. But I mean, if you like establish ground rules and stuff, you could probably do okay. You just don't want that pressure while you're making decisions. It's not healthy. Yeah, you can do an ETF. I mean, look, I wouldn't trade options with that money. I wouldn't be, not that you can anyways, Rob, but yeah, I think it would be an ETF or an index fund, or I mean, something's better than $100,000 cash losing 2.5% every year. That's what you don't want. 3.87% for DraftKings getting back up. All right. DraftKings looks like on the uptrend, still above his 10-day moving average. Lavongo, whatever the hell this is, LVGO, trying to break this trend line. Not a tremendous amount of volume quite yet. Let's get rid of that big candle. We did have that pocket pivot right there. That appears to be another pocket pivot 3 days ago. Yeah, not too bad. Hmm. Yeah, it does look really good. LVGO. All right, Donkey Kong, 4% now. Coming back pretty nicely. $4.15. We rocking up? Nice. So I kind of have a measured move on this thing up here to about the 70-ish level. 70, 72. Doing pretty good so far. Look at, and the one thing about DraftKings, Donkey Kong too, is look at this volume that stepped in on all those announcements. Just ridiculous. Institutions don't put that kind of money at play without loading up additional. It's very rare you'll see something like this just falter. Look at that big ass cup right there from 17 up at 60. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. In a good way. But yeah, LVGO does look really good right here too, doesn't it? We're crossing the line. I'm not, it's hard to say we're in breakout territory. We do have a couple good pocket pivots. I'm not sure if it's going to get going on. I'm not sure what it's going to get going on. Yeah, this Livongo Health. I think these guys do the remote health, whatever. After D.A. Davidson initiated coverage on Teladoc. Oh yeah, they bought Teladoc. That's right. Oh yeah, that's what caused the correction, right? Is they bought they bought Teladoc and the market said, "Peace out, bitches." And then we've just been consolidating that. Yeah, I actually used to have a Teladoc service. It's pretty cool, actually. I did like it, but now everybody kind of has it. But if you don't have health insurance, as like 18 bucks a month for something called Fresh Bennies, which gives you a few really nice benefits for a really reasonable price. Kardashian pattern. The Kardashian cup. It's the Kardashian cup, everybody. All right, NAO 7.4. Amazon 1.48, doing pretty good. I think RH is doing pretty good here too. I like RH with the gap fill. Haven't really had much of a pullback opportunity in RH in the past couple of months. So it's kind of an interesting opportunity. All right, Creative Cloud, quit yelling at me. I know I've got app updates. Um, nice, Rob. Very nice. Very nice. What? I hit update on one. Now they're all updating? What the hell's happening? Pull up my task manager. Make sure my computer's not going to blow up. It's not going to blow up. 1.12 for the NASDAQ. NAO 7.5. DraftKings 4.2-ish. Tesla still doing okay. Wait a minute, am I? Oh, there we go. Beyond Meat, Roku, Amazon. Cool. So some good names with some good stuff, guys. I mean, the market, we're still fighting around a little bit, but setting up bases on a lot as well. But overall, I think we're stabilizing after a scary moment or 2 weeks. We're stabilizing. I don't think we have a follow through day yet, but damn it, I need to send that into IBD. I like that. I like their stuff. Okay, I need to find my. I'm gonna do that today. I've just been ridiculously lazy. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Alias for day trading. Yeah, it is actually. It's exactly what it is. Definite alias for day trading. All right, so Apple's stalling a little bit. Amazon, we saw Already interesting. Facebook, another very large market cap name, trying to get back above the 50-day, it looks like. Trying to get back above a lot of moving averages. It's above the 10, barely above the 50. Wouldn't call that a bounce back at all. I think day trading is good if you can find yourself just a gangbuster strategy, but you got to have a really, really great strategy and better tools than Thinkorswim. Like you got to do some pre-market scanning. I mean, just really depending on what you're doing. There's always a bunch of like you see all these EV ones, like that other one that went up 3,100%. Like that's ridiculous, And some of those can be good, but you just have to know it ahead. Do you think the one who says it's a dog whistle or the one who is a dog, he who smelt it dealt it? It's funny. I'm assuming you're talking about like all the Trump racial stuff and some of these other people saying racial stuff. Not. Look, man, people are smart. If they want to say something without actually saying it, they know how to do that. Trump's a great example of that. He can say everything at once. He's really just mastered it over. He's just mastered it. He interrupts you without really sounding like a huge asshole, which is really weird. What's up, R. Pete? All right, Tesla stabilizing up here. Market's bouncing around that 1% level. Trades I like up here, R. Pete. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I like having a TQQQ position. I mean, I like Tesla, but not today. I'm waiting for a pullback on Tesla, and I'll probably buy more in a pullback or something. NAO's been going gangbusters, but I think it's a little bit too high today to probably get involved. Um, yeah, nothing like super specific. DraftKings is looking really good. DraftKings barely broke out of a base. This one could be loosely actionable. It's up about 4% from a little consolidation here. DraftKings looks really good from a lot of perspectives. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure I'm on Apple or Amazon yet, but it looks like they're on their way to recovery. So I've got DraftKings, Tesla, NIO, and TQQQ is what I've got. EXPI up off the bottom there a little bit. Yeah, sure, Pete. Yeah, DraftKings been on a tear. Looks like it's still gonna keep going on a tear. TQQQ. 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 There you go. Get my throat muscles working. No comments from the peanut gallery on that comment. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna get out of here. It's taking me a long time to walk anywhere, and I gotta go to the damn kitchen. Make sure the kids are doing good. Get them some food. All that stuff. If you weren't in Tesla, is there a buy point coming up, or have to wait to the breakout? Um. Well, I don't know about. See, it's kind of about picking your spots. I mean, you've been around long enough to know that. I think if we come back down and hit this 50-day again, buy yesterday, buy 4 days ago, 5 days ago. Here you go. Buy down here. Buy off that test of the 50-day right down there. If you come back to the 50-day again, I think that would be an add-on opportunity in my opinion. I'm going to use it as such. I'm going to buy it on if we test the 50-day again. That's going to be otherwise on the way up here. It may just have to be like this this prior situation over here where we just kind of bounced up. I ended up buying pretty late actually, and I still did really good, but I ended up buying pretty late, and it did work out excellent. This may be another situation like that. Maybe you get two spikes lower, then we go higher. Kind of have to make that decision when it ends up. There you go, Rob. There you go. Done. Done and done. Just close it out 35%. Don't touch it for the rest of the year. She'll think you're a genius. An absolute genius. And then you can say, I don't know, we'll probably do about 35% this year. And then every year just close it out like up 30%. Just close it out. Just yeah, don't tell her you made it. Just say, yeah, well, we're doing pretty good. We may do about 25% this year. She'll be like, oh, that's amazing. That's fantastic. And you give her 35%. She's like, sell the 40% rule on stocks or options or what? Yeah, I think you mentioned that before. I think I'm going to have a sell at 100% rule on the options. Oh, article on my phone. Oregon sheriff hits Trump with brutal fact check over false debate claim. Trump said, Portland, the sheriff today just came out today and said I support President Trump. And apparently the sheriff clapped back and said he did not. That's funny. I seriously think he just says stuff. I think he just says whatever pops into his head. And the thing is, like, for however many people watch the debate, maybe 15% of them will actually see this. Interesting. Interesting. All right, guys, I'm gonna bounce. You guys have a good day. Hopefully, we stay up here near this 1% mark. I think that would be great for the market today. And yeah, hopefully a good day tomorrow too. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.